What happens when a country music superstar thinks he is walking into a normal interview, but instead ends up in the middle of a verbal battleground? Jason Aldean stepped onto the View set expecting to chat about his new album and the tour he was gearing up for. Instead, he found himself face-to-face with Joy Behar in what would become one of the most tense daytime TV moments ever seen. The air shifted almost right away. The questions turned sharper, the replies got stronger, and before anyone realized it, the cameras were capturing something nobody in that studio thought was going to happen. But before we get into exactly how this thing exploded, make sure you tap that subscribe button and leave a comment below saying whether you think celebrity interviews should ever get this fierce. The bright studio lighting was the same as any other morning. The audience was packed close, ready for another episode. Jason walked out wearing his usual country style. Jeans, boots, a relaxed button-up shirt. He waved at the cheering crowd. The hosts welcomed him with smiles and handshakes, and he eased into the guest seat. Whoopi Goldberg started off with soft questions, asking about his family and the towns he recently visited. Jason smiled, comfortable, talking about how he loves performing for his fans night after night. The talk felt easy, calm, friendly. Sarah asked about his writing process, and he started telling a story about writing songs late at night on the tour bus. The audience laughed. Everything felt totally normal. Then Joy leaned forward. She had that look. The look regular viewers recognize instantly. The look that says the real part of the interview is starting now. She slid her glasses up a notch, stared down at her notes, then stared straight at Jason with a smile that did not reach her eyes. "So, Jason," she started, her voice cutting through the relaxed vibe like a blade. "You have been pretty outspoken about some political issues. Your music video for Try That in a Small Town made waves. Many people thought it was pushing violence or even had racial messages under the surface. What do you say to those people?" The entire studio got quiet. You could feel the temperature change in the room. Jason's smile faded slightly, his jaw tightened. He breathed in slowly and picked his words with care. "Well, Joy, I think that is a very unfair description of the song," he replied, his southern voice steady. "The song is about community, about people standing together. It has nothing to do with race, nothing to do with promoting harm. It is about standing up for what is right." Joy did not let up. She leaned even farther in, raising her voice just a little. "But Jason, the imagery in that video, some of it came from real protests, real moments of chaos. You cannot tell me you did not know how that would land. You cannot tell me you did not know what message it was going to send." Jason shifted in his chair, gripping the armrests tighter. The other hosts looked at each other, unsure if they should step in or let this continue. "I knew exactly what message I was sharing," Jason said, his voice firm, the polite tone starting to get tense. The message was that destruction should not be brushed aside. Burning stores, ripping apart neighborhoods, that is not protest. That is crime. And a lot of folks in small towns, honestly, people all across the map, are tired of seeing it excused," the crowd murmured. Some nodded. Some shook their heads. Joy sat back and crossed her arms. Her face hardened. "So you are saying that people who were marching for racial justice, people who stood up against unjust policing, those people are criminals? Is that really the message?" Jason's face turned red. His frustration was visible. "That is not what I said, and you know that. Do not twist what I am saying. I never called peaceful protesters criminals. I said people who burn, loot, and smash things are criminals. That is different, Joy, you know that." Joy waved her hand, her voice full of sarcasm. "Oh, I know. But I also know a coded message when I hear one. And plenty of people heard a very specific message. They heard, 'Stay in line or else.' They heard a warning." Jason leaned in, his eyes fixed on Joy. His voice got lower. "A warning? Come on. I write music. I make songs for folks who work hard, who love their families, people who care about their neighborhood. I am not threatening anyone, but I am not going to apologize for believing that destroying property is wrong, no matter what the cause." Sonny tried to step between them verbally. "Jason, I think Joy is trying to say context is important. The timing of this song matters. Whether you wanted it or not, it became part of a larger national conversation." Jason turned towards Sonny, his tone softening just a little. "I understand that, Sonny, I truly do. But I cannot control how every single person interprets a song. I can only speak to my actual intention. And my intention was never to hurt, divide, or threaten. My intention was to reflect the values of people in my world who feel ignored. Joy jumped right back in. She was not letting any pause settle. Oh, ignored? Jason, you are a millionaire. You have millions of fans. You have the kind of platform regular folks can only dream about. Who exactly is not hearing you? Jason's patience snapped thin. Just because I have success does not mean I cannot have an opinion. You have a platform. You talk every day about what you believe. Why is it acceptable for you but not for me? The audience reacted loudly. Some clapped. Some booed. The air in the room shook with energy. Joy's face flushed, her voice rising to match his. Because my platform is not used to blast a message that encourages people who want to pull the country backwards. My platform is not used to make people scared in their own hometowns. Jason stood slightly out of his chair, then sat back down, running his hands through his hair. He stared right at Joy, his voice like a warning. You do not get to tell me what my music means. You do not get to invent intentions that are not there. You are accusing me of something I am not. It is insulting. Whoopi tried to moderate, calm but firm. Okay, let us slow down here. Jason, Joy, let us not turn this into a war zone. But Joy wasn't through. She pointed at him sharply. No, Whoopi. I am tired of people like him hiding behind this small-town values image while pushing ideas that hurt real human beings. That was the final crack for Jason. He stood all the way up this time. I came here to talk about music. I did not walk in to be called racist or hateful by someone who does not know me at all. And the confrontation continued, growing even sharper as Jason refused to back down. Joy continued pressing with heated claims. The other hosts tried to calm the moment. The audience reacted in divided, loud bursts. The feelings on both sides got more intense, until finally Jason ripped his mic off and told them he was done with the entire interview, ending the moment with a bitter exit and leaving the room heavy with stunned silence.